Hi everyone, this is Laura Franzak with Grant the Good, and today I want to talk to you about prospect research. I'd like to give you 5 tips on how to find grants for your organization. This is one of the questions that I'm asked about most often, about where do I find grants, where do I look, and where do I start looking for grants for my nonprofit. So these are the 5 ways that you can go ahead and start looking for your organization. The first way is to look through your board members. Be sure and ask your board members if they have any connections to private or corporate giving organizations. Ask them if they are connected through their place of work or just through people that they know. The second way to look for nonprofit grants is through volunteers. Ask your volunteers and see if they are connected to any private or corporate grant giving organizations. One tip that I would give you is when you're actually putting together your volunteer form, just include a spot to ask your volunteers where they work. And then it's on you to do the due diligence to research which of your volunteers actually has connections to grant making organizations just based on where they work. So that's a great tip for that. And then the third tip is actually by looking at the past. Meet with your accounting department and request a report on all of the grants that have ever been made to your organization. Go as far back as you can go and just kind of see where donors may have lapsed. And then it's on you then to be able to reconnect with these foundations and see which ones of them you can bring back. So that's a great way to look for foundations that could give to your organization. The next way that you can start looking for a grant is actually by staying active in your community. Be sure that you're keeping your eyes and ears open as to what's going on. Stay active in your local news, be active in your local chamber of commerce or other community organizations, and just be ready to see who is also active in this space making grants. By staying up to date on your local news and local happenings, you can see who's receiving grants and who's giving away grants. And these might be organizations that could be a great fit for you as well. And the last strategy that I would like to tell you about is through free and paid online tools. Grant writers use this strategy. It's an advanced grant writing strategy where you can sign up for these services, but some of them are free, so that's the good news. But you can look for grants in your area on these free resources and look for foundations that are located in your city or in your county, and this is a great way for a new grant writer to just figure out who is active in their space. So be sure that you are able to look for free and online paid tools where you can look for grants in your area. So those are the 5 strategies that I would like to be sure that you have in your toolkit to be able to help you find grants. Ask your board members for their connections, ask for volunteers if they can help to connect you to grant making organizations. Look to the past and be sure that you're partnering with your accounting department to see who has given grants to your organizations in the past. And then stay active in your community and be sure that you're aware of which free and paid resources are available for you to be able to search for grants online. There is still so much more information that I would love to share with you about each of these 5 strategies. So I've actually collected all of my notes in a guide called 5 Ways to Find Grants for Nonprofits. Stay tuned until the end of this video to get instructions on how you can get a copy of that guide. It's totally free and it contains more than 20 do's and don'ts on how you can use these strategies to find grants for your organization. Get a copy of that guide so that you can look for grants for your nonprofit. Thank you for watching.